All right, today is what is this? January 7th, and yeah, this is about 11:50 a.m. And yeah, I'm gonna start right here, but I'm in town, Cali area, and then you know, so all right, airplane mode, and then I got reset, so I turn off the airplane mode, so refresh the GPS, and then I go to the app, yeah, and then all right, so go to storage and then clear cache. Yeah, so it went through the procedure. Okay, then just gotta go and make sure. Uh, Update not required. Okay, latest. I'm using the latest, and then just go in, take a look, and so set the limits. All right. So what time is right now? So okay, I just include airport for now. Okay. So set the filter. I already set. Okay, and I'm good to go. Yeah. So I'm gonna drive out. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. So, anyways, just wanted to do shout out again for Tony from Australia. Yeah, coming here for his 70th birthday, and that's on January 10th. Milestone, right? Yeah, 70th. Wow. And yeah, happy birthday, January 10th. And I've never been to Australia, just from watching TV and movies, right? It looks really nice. Okay, this is Kwakini Street, so I'm gonna make a right turn right here, and then up ahead on Lilia Street, I'm gonna make a left turn. Yeah, yeah. This is Kwakini Medical Center on the left. So up ahead, I'm gonna make a left turn. Yeah, had a drop out. Wow, nice, good tip. And never, it just occurred to me, like it's not only you know, like boot stands, like where people are working, right? Especially like what do you call? I was thinking, know, some people they get, I mean, I can understand, you don't want to be photo and video and stuff like that. Your merchandise, so okay, fine, you know, but when you get very hysterical and stuff, if you see someone carrying a camera, right, and not even aiming at you, but you get all hysterical about it because they're carrying a camera and they're nearby, right? So then, I got to thinking, okay, so is it illegal source where they got the merchandise from, or then again, maybe they're not supposed to be working, right? And they're working, maybe they're collecting some disability or whatever, and then they're not supposed to be working, but there are. So then I got to thinking, restaurants, there's been some where they got kind of hysterical too. Yeah, very. So, right. There are workers, waitress, some waiters and so service workers at restaurants, and other business too, where they're working cash, right? So they're not legally working. So if they see someone coming in with a camera, yeah. So that right there, I can say, oh, police office space. It's just seeing that sign right over on the right. You know, it just occurred to me downtown. Yeah, there's so many empty office vacancies. It's so high, right? What's that? The bank mortgage reports. Because a lot of them are mortgage too, right? Owned by bank, and then it's supposed to be coming reporting status. Was that end of January or February? This month or next month? Yeah, and yeah, the banks, they get to put that under the rug because they don't have to report as of yet. But when that does get to report, then gets used against their financial statement. Then yeah, big news. So much empty spaces downtown. But anyway, back to what I was talking. I got sidetracked. Yeah. So yeah, it is understandable. People, there are. I don't know about now, but there used to be a lot of people working under the table. You know, getting paid cash, and definitely they'll panic when people come with camera, right? Like me, I make it obvious. I don't hide it, so that way, at least they could tell me if they don't want to film. But some people, they freak out. Yeah, I've been through those, and it's not funny. That's why I tread carefully. Whether it's any small places, right? It should be okay to film, but like if they're working illegally, right? Getting paid cash on the table and stuff. Definitely, they don't want to get filmed. They don't want to get photographed. None of those. So, yeah, and some people can get hysterical about it. Kind of like very strange, when you look at the behavior. And look like I can make a left turn. I'm gonna turn in right over here from Liliha Street. Yeah, and freeway looks good so far. Yeah, so that's what I have not thought about. And no, they cannot. They're not gonna say they're working illegally. They're not gonna say they're working on the table getting paid cash, right? So right, and like unlike other, like I guess food bloggers. I guess I can say now I'm a food blogger, kind of like in my own way, because I haven't seen anybody doing it like the way I'm doing. I gotta go eat anyway, so I just go film what I'm eating, and except not myself, right? You know. So, I got an order. All right. So it says take Punaho exit. Right. Yeah. So yeah, it didn't occur to me until now. After being thinking about swap meet, right? Because pawn shops in the old days, yeah, in my younger days, Used to be able to just take anything. People used to take all kinds of stuff, and no records left. Just pawn them off, and then such. So that's why like a lot of stolen items. You know, pawn shops were buying, and they were popular items, popular places where you can go and see all kinds of stuff. But now Hawaii, they came up with the law, right? And it's been quite some time now. Where now you sell anything from pawn shops, they have to get your ID. Whoever takes merchandise there and selling, pawn shops have to get your photo ID, government photo ID information. Keep track of record. Wow, what's going on? Traffic stop all the way here for Punahou. Okay, well, yes, kind of busy exit today. Yeah, so when that leaves swan meat, right? So where you sell your own item, and you don't need to have record of it. Your record left behind, especially if you got questionable merchandise you're selling. So that's what I was thinking. Then sometimes you see used items and you see some good stuff, good rate. You go, huh? Okay. Then I wonder where they got it, right? But then there are some places in the restaurants where people were kind of like strange. It wasn't reasonable for them to get hysterical and stuff, right? So then it makes sense. They're working on the table cash. They cannot have a video, no photo, especially video of them working. I gotta make a left turn over here on Punahou. Okay, so right here. Yeah, that's it. Definitely, if you're working under cash, and especially nowadays where government is coming out down harder because of the shortage of money, right? Funding. So well, it's just one of those things. Alright, I'm on Punahou exit. Bingham right up ahead, Kapilani Medical Center, and I'm making a left on Punahou right over here. Alright, and up ahead, Dominant Street, I'm to make a left turn. So whenever things like that happen, unfortunate situations, then I'm not gonna fight with them or confront them or have any confrontation. No, unless they get really outrageous and I'll stand my ground, but very defensively. All right, so where is this? 1800 Anapuni Street. Okay, and then they're going to 700 Puhali Road. $7.91. Okay, so addresses being rounded off. Okay, so but if you type it into GPA, you can get what the distance is. It's about there. Okay, so got the info, and now up ahead on Dominance, I'll make a left turn. So I can understand. Alright, so people working under the table, cash base. That's another reason. It's not. There are quite a bit of people, I guess, here and there, especially restaurants, right? There's a lot of them that's working under the table, cash, and they definitely don't want photo, especially video of them working there. That's as much as I can. I try not to film people when I'm in the restaurant. Just going at it. So it is very different from how others do it, right? Where they arrange and then everything's out, and they do a lot of touch-ups, cut this, cut that out, and all those things. I don't. is whatever you see is what I saw. Okay, so okay. Oh, up ahead, I'm gonna make a right turn, and then I got a pickup, so I'm gonna pause for now. All right, 12802. So I just had a drop off, and now I'm going to the next one. 940 Puna Street. Okay, and they're going to 1660 Haku Aina Place. Okay, and that is 5,016 cents. All right, so yeah. Another thing is I realized, I did business in the past, so familiar. Okay, when you are doing business, like small business, right? Especially like some place in, uh, I guess I presume, like swam meet. You got so many vendors and a lot of, like booths, right? Yeah, you know, there are companies, people that do full tax report, and there are, some. I'm presuming it's just my opinion. Okay, this is not 100% solid. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying my opinion, just an opinion. Some people file partial tax. So, like they make sales and they report some sales and they don't report some sales, right? And many of the sales, when you receive a cash payment, you don't really need to, right? 'Cause how they gonna find, trace it? And then there are people who also sales, right? A lot of used items and stuff, right? Like they don't really file tax report saying they saw anything, right? And there are also people who, like I sell new items, still they don't file tax. It's just done all discreetly, non-reporting, right? So I'll say the people that's not filing, right? Yeah, would be like same category as people who's working under the table, cash basis, not reporting. And then you have somebody coming with the camera, right? Taking photos, and if worse are videos, then definitely you don't want your merchandise fee video, you don't want your tent, anything, and also yourself, right? So you freak out, panic, hysterical, very unreasonable. So when I go around, I pass some of them, they act very strange. Then I'll avoid, you know. So sometimes when I'm walking by, right, with the video camera, I face it forward. I don't aim at any, that particular vendor or this or that. And then until I make eye contact, right? And then once I make an eye contact, then yeah, I'm on Nimitz Highway right now, and then continue on Nimitz. I'm not gonna go on the freeway. Yeah. So up ahead, I'm gonna make a right turn on Pool Lower Road. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, the way I do it is I just aim it forward, maybe a little bit. It catches in there. Sometimes a little, turning here and there. But anyway, I don't target any particular vendor. So kind of like until I make I look and try to see if anybody's obvious, make an eye contact. They're looking at it, they saw me, and they don't care. Since that then I will film maybe a little bit of the merchandise, stuff like that. But if they're giving me wrong look, right? Anyway, then I won't film their stuff. That's the way I'm doing it. But then there's some hysterical people, I come nearby walking by and they yell at me and, say things and all this, and I try to avoid. Those are the very, people that I don't want confrontation with because I know they get loud. But I do know that I can stand my grounds if they get out of the way. There was one particular lady that came out and blocked my way, and then, you know, don't tell. Okay, she was going off. This is public area. I can film. And anyway, yeah, it wasn't good. But anyway, she kind of hid. Her partner hid too after coming out. But anyway, that was in the past. Yeah. Now, when I pass by that, they're I don't know. They look other way. They're like they don't see me. It's good. No more confrontation. So anyway, I only confront, yeah, stood my ground because she actually came out literally and blocked my way with both her arms all out, both directions, blocking me and yelling at me. So, oh well, things happen. But yeah, there are vendors. They are nervous. They're not comfortable. I guess they gotta do what they gotta do. But well, I mean, I'm trying to best understand them. I know. Okay, so that part I understand. I'm not gonna force myself filming anybody. Any of their merchandise or stuff that they don't want me to. So that's the only thing. So if you're a vendor watching this, know that I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm filming in the public. And then if you confront me, I'll confront you. If it's strong enough. If you block my way or such, right? Then you get out of hand, then I will defend, stand my ground. But otherwise, I'll just avoid most of it. Okay? So if you're that lady that confronted me with both your arms out and yelling at me, yeah, you learn your lesson. So anyway, I gotta pick up ahead, so I'm gonna pause for now. Alright. So right now I'm on Haku in place, and I just made a drop off, so I gotta turn around over here. This is a dead end. Alright, and I have another order. So yeah, doing what do you call, farmers market, and also swan meat. Yeah, I have came across some vendors, you know not so friendly, and then some of them really not friendly. Okay, so what is this 1000 North School Street pickup? Okay, and then they're going to 1300 South King Street, right? And that's $9.16. Okay. This is scheduled pickup, and I'm late. All right, already late. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's okay. I'll try to explain. So this oh this is a Haku Street. I just made a right turn, and then I'm gonna make a right over here. Okay, so this car coming fast. Alright, this is Ala Mahamo Place. Okay. So right here at the traffic light, I'm making a left turn. Wow, long line of you trying to get into Tripler. Yeah. See, behind me up the hill, they're doing some renovations and road work, and they got something else. Maybe the security went up again. Ah. Okay, so I'm on Jarrett White Road. All right, so we got green light and keep on going. Yeah, so yeah, restaurants are they got the what do you call some of them. Yeah, I won't. I mean, it's just I'm not 100%. I'm not saying I'm always right, but it's just my opinion. Yes. So a lot of things, or frankly, a lot of stuff I say on this video, yeah, it's just my opinion. And yeah, they do have people working on the table, cash paying basis, no record, off the record, right? And my opinion is that yeah, when a camera, they see someone coming in with a camera, photos, videos, especially and stuff like that, they panic. Some of them, and then their behavior becomes unreasonable, very, some of them, I even say hysterical, get upset, right, and stuff for no reason. Yeah, and then hello, 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 are you there? All right, so I think that was the writer. All right, hello, anyone there? Hello, hello, I'm here. I just answered your call. I just answered your call. Hello, I'm here. Hello, hello. Okay, you're the writer. Yeah. Okay. I just received the order. I'm just trying to go to your way. I just received your order. Yeah, I'm headed your way, but while I'm on the phone, my screen goes blank. I cannot see where I'm going, where you are. Okay. As a driver, my screen goes blank when I'm answering the phone. So it doesn't give me any direction. I cannot see anything. I'm trying to explain. It doesn't give any direction. Okay, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to explain to you. My screen goes blank, right? So, uh huh. Okay, right now, all I can do is say, I don't know where I'm going. I'm stopped right now because my screen is black. When I'm on the phone, the screen goes blank. Okay. Uh huh. Huh? Uh huh. Okay. Uh, okay. This person doesn't understand, and is very broken English. Yeah, English is second language and very, very, yeah. So strong accent with such, and I don't think he understands. It's a schedule ride, and when I received it, that was the time pickup time. So he's wondering where I am. Yeah, and he's wondering when I'm gonna come. So it's gonna be, according to this, another 10 minutes. I go, okay, but maybe longer. Yeah, depending on the traffic. I'm now on the middle street. Okay, so I don't know if I can explain to this person, how the schedule pickup works. Yeah. So, I accepted the ride, right? And the person really seems like the person doesn't understand. And, you know, keep saying, when you gonna come? And I'm trying to explain. I cannot see anything. Screen goes blank when I'm on the phone. When someone calls me, the rider calls me and I answer, then the screen goes blank. So I've tried different phones and they all do the same thing. So the GPS just goes out, wipe out. Rideshare app just goes blank. And then I can talk to a person. And then from there, I don't see anything. So all I know is that it was School Street second. I'm heading that direction. Yeah. So this is, yeah, right here. No School Street. Okay. So got some ways to go still yet. Yeah, especially like I'm already thinking. I mean, it's my thought. Someone who speaks very little English, very broken, and they can barely communicate. Yeah, the accent is so strong. I don't know what nationality, but like then how, and he's wondering why I'm not there yet. So yeah, I'm thinking might have difficulty. I mean, it didn't sound bad, you know, but if it becomes a problem, I may have to cancel. This is the type of ride I approach and I say, like I try to explain. If you don't understand, I'll cancel. See, hello. Right now, I am. I'm still trying, but as I'm saying, when someone calls the driver, right, as soon as the driver answers the phone, the screen goes blank. Because as a driver, we don't know all the address, right? So when the screen goes blank, we just drive in, like not exactly knowing where you are. Huh? Okay. The I All right. You know what? These already start yelling. I can't take this. Yeah. It seems like I'm gonna have to make a stop and then just cancel because this person is already raising his voice and being unreasonable. It's already third time on the phone call. Yeah. All right. So I just cancel. Yeah. Right. So yeah, I had to stop. So yeah, I just cancel. And then later when I get chance, you know, I'll block this person. See, I don't think the person is bad, but it's just the person doesn't understand what's going on. He, he thinks he placed the schedule right, so right should be there. Why am I not there? And he keeps calling when I gonna come. I try to explain. Screen goes blank. I can't. And then, uh, it, so writer doesn't understand. And yeah, very broken English. He's getting frustrated. I'm sure he has a schedule somewhere, but it's already starting out bad. So for me, it's not desirable, right? So I cancel. I mean, I feel bad for him, but I can't. I don't want to accept that kind of ride because most likely that person gonna hold a grudge. High probability. I'm not saying it's 100%, but high probability he's gonna hold a grudge. And then once I accept him, then something might happen, or after he gets off, he's gonna rate me bad. I don't want that. So I just cancel. Yeah, kind of got to realizing that that's a person I'm gonna have a very difficult, if not impossible, trying to explain and having him understand how the schedule pickup works. See, it seems like he's on the understanding that schedule pickup means driver will be there. So that's only the case if a driver gets assigned as an employee. He doesn't understand we're not an employee. It's put out as a request, and whoever driver accepts it is good. If not, then not good. And then you know it's just one of those rides, right? That drivers did not accept. So here I am. I'm just gonna head in town. It's a beautiful day, right? Got big patches of clouds, scattered clouds here and there, but a lot of blue skies here and there too. So nice day, and it's 84 degrees. Yeah. I got an order request. Alright, so I'm taking Pali Highway. Well, yeah, this is one of those cases. So you got to see me, driving rideshare and how the riders are. So with this particular situation, yeah, you get to realize, from my point of view, driver's point of view, what's going on. Alright, so I'm taking Pali Highway right here. Yeah, from my point of view, as a driver's point of view, right? You know, see, I Like as a driver, yes, I know where School Street is, but I don't know where the pickup is. See, until I get there and look at the GPS and address, because I don't know every single street number, right? But when a passenger calls, right, and I'm already on School Street, when a passenger calls and then want to be on the phone, that is definitely not, no, cannot. It doesn't help. All right, so let's see. Oh, 1550 Palace Street. Okay, so they're going to 1154 4th Street Mall, right? And then 4,037 cents. All right. Yeah, so that's a problem. When as a rider, right, you don't understand how it works. And then here I am as a driver trying to explain, right? And first thing I am trying to explain is when I'm on the phone, I cannot, the screen goes blank. So, the rideshare app, yeah, that's the way they are. They turn the screen off when a driver is on the phone. So I guess that's an automatic feature. Okay. So, and then when, like you have a rider who wants to be on the phone with the rider, then, you know, to make sure that driver is coming. Yeah. Then the screen goes blank. Many of the drivers, like me, I rely on the GPS directions. Yeah. So, I mean, I know the street's many locations, but still, looking at the GPS, School Street is a very long street. See? Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. I hope this is a rider that doesn't seem to understand how the schedule ride works. You know, he felt that the driver should be there. He indicated the time, and why is the driver not there? Right? All right. So I'm on School Street still yet. Now it's South School Street. Okay, and yeah, right there. So up ahead, where is this? Up ahead, after this intersection, there's a Palace Street, right? On Palace Street, I'm gonna turn in and I have a pickup. Yeah. So, all right. So we just keep on going. All right. So up ahead, right over here, Palace Street. I'll make a turn, left turn, and I have a pickup. So I'm gonna pause for now. All right. I'm in Chinatown, right over here. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I gotta pick up 500 KRV Street. Oh, that's down to earth. Okay. And then 1500 Nuanu Avenue. Destination. Okay, 5,085 cents. So, all right. Alright, so here we go. What we're gonna do is make a left turn on Nuuanu. I mean Baratania, sorry. South Baratania Street, and then make a left turn on Nuuanu Street afterwards. Right here. Right, so anyway, yeah, thinking about that, like a rider, I had no choice. Even if I get penalized, I have to cancel. The person already showing strong indication that he definitely didn't understand, right? And he has got, he's gonna hold grudge, and he's already showing negative. So, you know, I pick him up. I'll try to, if I pick him up, then try to explain. There's a good possibility, high probability, he won't understand. He's already upset, and he doesn't seem like he wants to listen. Or, just a language barrier. Yeah. So, I didn't want to do it to him. I guess that he put a schedule on because he got some schedule to go somewhere. But the thing is that he does that, then it's gonna affect me. So, for me comes first. Okay. So yeah, I gotta say it. Me comes first when it comes to situations like this. I'm sorry I had to do cancel on him. I'm sorry he's gonna be late to wherever he is going. But when I received the order, it was already pickup time. And yeah, I received the order because I accepted it because I would, orders come in while I'm driving. You know, I already had another passenger, and then I don't get to, be able to stop at location and just study the offer. It just pops up and I go accept. That's it, and just keep on driving. I don't look at it. So that's the only bad part. Yeah, yeah, that, I don't get to decide on that. But as a writer, yeah, it's hard, I guess, you know, for them to understand. I mean, many of the rides that I accepted, schedule rides, right? They understand, but there are also some, and not too many, but there's some like today. It comes to a point I don't think they understand. Yeah, they have the impression that schedule ride means drivers will be assigned. And see, as a rideshare, Uber and Lyft, they can only be assigned if they're an employee. Rideshare drivers are independent contractors, so they you know offer it, and they don't explain that clearly to the riders. So they offer it, and then it's all up to the drivers whether they accept or not. So right now there's a lot of requests coming through. Right, it's picking up, busy time. So like many riders, they don't want schedule ride. They look at that particular schedule ride, and they see it's not worth it because they can get more higher rate. And then as a rider, especially if that's not aware, they make schedule ride. They mix schedule ride, right, arrangement, and then the rate seems good because it pops out. Go, oh, this rate, yeah, I like that. Boom, set it up, and then they think there will be a driver that will be assigned to it. No, the rate's low. Many of the drivers, right, they will not take it. It's not worth it. So it gets push, and it's already pickup time, and it pops up on my screen, and yeah, me without looking, I just accept because I was driving already with another passenger. And then, I mean, I don't mind the low rate. See, it's just when the rider kept calling and calling, calling 3 times, right? Wow. And then it won't understand. And I kept trying to explain to him that I can't see the screen, and I'm trying that, but he keeps cutting me off. And his voice getting louder and louder. So, okay, this is, yeah, person that's not gonna listen. All right, I'm on Ala Moana Boulevard right now. Yeah, heading east direction. Yeah, here's a federal building up on the left. Ah, so yeah, as you can see, it's not a perfect world. Yeah, and on this particular one, yeah, I had my best option is for me. Me come first, so I had to cancel. I don't want to take this kind of customer and end up ruining my record, my rating, especially. Could ruin my rating, then I gotta do so many just to make it up. You know? So, all right, up ahead on the South Street, I'm gonna make a left turn. Yep, right here. Already seems like too late for that green light. So, yeah, next green arrow. So yeah, definitely. If you're the rider, so I hope you do understand on this part. Schedule rides do not work because many of the riders, there are riders that think us, they make a schedule ride, and then sometimes it comes, sometimes it don't, and the times that it don't, it doesn't work. Driver's late. They think the driver is late. They don't understand. Like me today, I got the ride offer, and it was already a pickup time, and I was way distance away. So, and they don't, yeah, as a rider, they don't understand. So hopefully I make some sense on this one. And then other thing is, yeah, the thing I was talking about in the morning. Yeah, their vendors, like their booths. My opinion only. I'm not 100%. I'm not saying I'm 100% correct, but there are booths that's working out there making money, and they're not reporting tax, and they don't want that. And they already feeling nervous. Some of them, not all of them, some of them, and you know they definitely don't want that photo taken or video taken of their merchandise booth themselves. So some will get very unreasonable, freaky, hysterical. Yeah, and that's why. And I don't want to confront those kind of people, even if I'm right, even if I didn't do anything wrong. It's okay. I just try my best to avoid them. That type. All right, so let's see. I'm on South Street. Yeah, heading towards the mountain direction. All right, just making sure people are not crossing. All right, so here we go. All right, I got a pickup coming up on the left, so I'm gonna pause for now. All right, I got a drop off just now, and now I'm headed to 1540 Linapuni Street. Okay, and then they're going to Home Depot, 421 Alakawa Street. Okay, $9.16, and just kind of looking at my gas status because today I have to put gas. I go, wait, yeah. Hmm. Too early. Okay, I still. Yeah, I haven't driven enough to. But yeah, kind of debating whether I should make this stop over there and put gas. I'm making a right turn. Alright, so I'm on Nuuanu Avenue and I'm gonna make a left turn up ahead. The green arrow is still there. And yeah, made it in time. Yeah. Okay, there's a traffic. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to squeeze into the left to get into the freeway to go to the location. And alright, I'm able to squeeze in. Yeah, roadblock over here. Lane closure. Yeah, and then I'm gonna take the freeway. Yeah. So yeah, it just of course everybody knows it's just everything I say is my opinion. Yeah, and just an opinion. And yeah, so there are some vendors out there selling at Swamit and other places. Yeah. So one of the reasons they could be so hysterical and obnoxious and unreasonable could be because like they're not filing tax. They're not reporting their income, the sales they get from Swami. It's being done as under the table. So that's pretty much same like like people working at restaurants working under the table. Yeah, it's just not reporting tax. And those are people. Some of them they get obnoxious. They get so hysterical, right? And they're so mean. But well, that's how they are. All right, so right here, I'm gonna drive out. Yeah, squeeze in, and we got in. I'm on the freeway, and then we're taking Licky Licky Highway exit. Right. So there we go. This is Palama Street. And then we're gonna take Licky Licky after half tailing. Yeah. So if you're curious, you can always walk around. Yeah, put a phone on a stabilizer or selfie stick and then just walk around like you're filming, right? And then check, go look at which vendor will get kind of like unreasonable behavior. Okay? Then right there you get the hint. You find out. And same thing, you go to a restaurant, right? And then make it seem like you're filming, and like if the person is shy, they'll just move away. But if person, sometimes the person gets hysterical. Yeah, those are the mean people. They're doing wrong, but they take it out on you because they're mean. And there are many people who's working on the table, I think, and they're nice people. But then there are mean people here and there. So it's not a perfect world. Yeah. And by going around here and there, I'm seeing them, able to see. Yeah. Whether I go to farmers market, whether I go to what do you call it? Swan meat. Yeah. I see more at swan meat. And then restaurants too. Here and there, some of them. Yeah. But it's not something now I'm talking about it because recently I had another experience. But now I'm talking about it. I'm not gonna go put it out and then show everyone who they are and all this kind of stuff about them. But yeah, right now I'm just talking about it because yeah, that there are the kind of people out there, and that's maybe the reason. Oh, right here I'm on Licky Licky, okay, and yeah, Kamehameha Shopping Center, Cam Shopping Center on the right up front. And over here, North School Street, I'll make a left turn. Waiting on a traffic light. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna put gas. Yeah. Alright, so I put this as a last ride for now. Yeah. And just going. Yeah, and I'm on Licky Licky Highway right now, waiting on a traffic light. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's see, have some coffee here. Yeah, so just coming back to my mind, I do feel bad that I had to cancel on a person. He probably had a schedule. He need to get to somewhere. That's why he made the schedule pickup. But you know, if you become unreasonable and not willing to listen and just keep calling, right, and wanting to be on the phone with the driver, even after how many times I've explained that screen goes blank, so I can't see you know anything on the phone. And as a driver, I rely on the GPS. You know, so as many drivers do. I mean, if a person is getting picked up at Walmart, I know where it is, so I don't really need the GPS, right? And I know where the pickup point is. See, School Street is so long, I don't know which part the pickup and all those. So if I'm on the phone, not so good. See, I need the GPS to show me, that I'm getting close, because I can't be reading street lights, street numbers as I'm driving, which I can't see most of them. Right. So, if you're not willing to listen and be reasonable, then yeah. And then on top of that, raising voice. Oh, that's a no-no. Yeah. Then it becomes a point that I have no option but to cancel, because final point is me first. I come first. My rating come first before any rider. All right, so I'm on School Street, going down, and then yeah, right there, not the first one, the next traffic light. Yeah. So yeah, but I don't think. Oh, this Genius Market. And right here, I'm making a left turn. Yeah. And oh, they're on a red light too up ahead. So yeah, it seems like. So maybe it will turn at the same time. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it did. They're moving at the same time, so I get to turn first. Yeah. All right. Just I I picking up. All right. Thank you. Well, yeah, the security nice, very friendly voice. Okay, so I got a pickup up ahead, so I'm gonna pause for now. All right, here I am. I'm at Home Depot. Yeah. So I just dropped off a passenger and since okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the gas station now. Yeah, since I'm already here. Yeah, I already turned off my app. Okay. Yeah, the rideshare app is turned off, and I'm going gas station. So okay. All right. So for the video part, yeah, I'll end it for the day here. Okay. So let's see. All right. So I'll end it for the video for today. Thanks for watching.